Can you monetize AI content on YouTube? The short answer is yes, but in this video I want to show you what it actually takes to get your AI content monetized and how you could stay away from demonetization. There's a ton of different narratives being pushed. Even when you go to Google and you ask, can you monetize AI content on YouTube? The answer is yes. YouTube pays for AI generated videos through their YouTube partner program, but only if they add original human value and adhere to strict monetization guidelines. So I want to take you guys through those guidelines so you could actually keep your content monetized when using AI. Now, this channel here in particular, I'll go ahead and refresh the page so you know it's legit, is actually using AI for all of its thumbnails, and even throughout the video we use AI for video clips. And as you can see, in the past 90 days it's done a little over $36,000 with no demonetization. And yes, you can still monetize a video that's fully AI generated. I want to keep this video pretty concise for you guys, so I'm going to take you through the exact guidelines that YouTube makes you follow when monetizing your AI videos. So step one to monetizing your AI content is going to be authenticity. Don't fall into the trap thinking you can just repackage someone's video by regenerating the scene and writing their script a little bit differently, because YouTube will pick up on that, and that's not something for them to reward. They're pretty much hitting you with the copyright strike without hitting you with the copyright strike, because technically there's nothing to actually copyright. It's just completely inauthentic content. And again, just like Google says here, if you add original human value to your AI content, or you have an original idea in your head and you use AI to display it, that is something they're going to reward you for. Now, when it comes to actually creating authentic AI content, there's 3 rules I like to follow. Number 1 is just niche down. Pick a niche or video style that you enjoy yourself. So in the script, whether it's generated or you write the full thing, you can add your own personal sentiment, or at least fact check it to make sure everything's true. Number 2 is going to be the video concept itself. You can scroll through niches and get inspiration as to what's going viral and what's trending right now, but don't copy someone's exact idea. This might work, but on scale, this probably isn't going to get monetized, even if you get monetized for a week or 2. If you're just stealing video ideas and then generating a new script for it, that's not really that original, and it's not adding that much value to your channel. Now, lastly is the script. A big misconception is that you can't use AI when writing your script, and I know a lot of AI softwares out there are not very good at writing scripts, but if you use something like ClickMax Studio, which actually writes structured scripts for your idea, you're not going to get demonetized if you have an original video idea and it writes a fully structured script for you. Now, an example of a terrible niche to get into as a beginner is the sleepy story time niche. I've had dozens of people reach out to me over the past 2 weeks telling me they're going to get into the sleepy story time niche. These videos here might get monetized on some channels, but there's 2 problems there. Number 1, it's probably not original, and number 2, the chance of you getting monetized and staying monetized are extremely low. I see so many gurus saying to go into this niche because how easy it is to explain, and then they just sell you on their software. But that's not how you build a valuable channel. The biggest mistake that these creators make when using an AI voiceover is lying to the YouTube guidelines. When you're about to post a video, just scroll down where it says show more, and then scroll down to the AI use section and just click yes. Like we already talked about, YouTube is not going to demonetize you if you use AI in your video. It comes down to the authenticity and human thought behind the video. And I know it gets a bit confusing when it comes to AI voiceovers because their guidelines here don't mention AI voiceovers, but just click yes, and if your video is original, they will still monetize you. Now, it gets a bit tricky when you do your own voiceover on your AI generated content, because in that case, you probably don't need to select yes on this because there's clearly a voiceover from a real human. And it gets even more muddy when it comes to cloning your own voice for an AI voiceover. I've heard many people say that you don't need to mark this as yes when you clone your own AI voice because you still own the rights to it. But if you're using something like ClickMax Studio where you're generating an AI voiceover, you don't actually own that voice, so when you say it's yours or it's not AI, then they're going to flag you for that because you didn't disclose it. So that's that out of the way. We got the authenticity down, we got the voiceovers. What do we actually do when it comes to generating the video itself? And most importantly, how do you stay monetized? I already said I liked 2D animation the most because it's so versatile when you're picking your niche, but the other good reason is that it's extremely cheap and it's extremely easy to generate. And there's 2 different routes you can go when it comes to creating AI generated 2D animation. And the first route you can go, which I like to use in my videos, is just using an AI image generator. That means no actual videos throughout the entire video. You just generate different scenes as if it is a video, and then compile them all together. Let me show you what that looks like real quick and what my process is when it comes to creating the actual video itself. The first step is finding an AI animation style that you like and then replicating it on the image generations. So what I'm going to do is just use the videos I have uploaded because I know I already like this style. But while we're here, let me just show you what I mean by not actually generating any videos. Number 5, boanthropy. Although it may sound fake, boanthropy is a mental disorder in which a person believes they're a cow. Not only do they think they're a cow, but they act. So it might appear as if this is a video, but all this is different images being compiled together. So it makes it look like the character's mouth is moving, or this guy's eating the grass, or whatever it is. Now this was 2 years ago, so the quality of these images are not very good. And my designer at the time was relatively cheap, so, you know, he wasn't top tier or anything. So once you actually get your screenshots from your video, and feel free to use this as an example, go and screenshot the frames, I really don't care. So once you've gotten your screenshots from whatever style of animation you like, just go ahead and upload them to ClickMax Studio like this, then kind of describe the style you're going for with the attached images, and explain what you want the scene to look like. Before I click generate, the other route that you can go, which is a little more timely, but can make your video more authentic, is creating the image of the scene first, and then going down to your agent mode here, switching it to video, and then turning that image into a little video. I personally just like the images more because it looks more like a natural, realistic animation. And since video generation isn't as good as image generation, it doesn't come out exactly the way you want it. So it ends up being a little more expensive and taking more time. But anyways, let's just go ahead and click generate, and you'll see the scene that it creates. And this is how the image of the scene came out. I think it looks really funny, and it definitely followed the style that I was going for, which is good. Like, all I said in the prompt was to follow the style of the attached images and create a scene of a guy holding a leash of an obese cat with a really muscular arm, and it did exactly that. Now if you want to create a secondary part of this scene to merge them together and make it look like a video, this is all you have to do. Just take the image that was generated, drag and drop it into the prompt bar. So for this scene, I'm just telling it to follow the same quality and textures as the attached image, but make it look like the guy dropped the leash and the cat is jumping towards him to attack him. Let's just click generate and see what this generates. Alright, so here's the image generation. It looks pretty good, followed the same style and everything like that. So what we're gonna do now is just put them into the video timeline on ClickMax, so you can see what I mean about creating a video without actually generating AI videos. We'll just go ahead and drag and drop this first image into the timeline, and then the second image into the timeline, and then what you would do is just make them a bit shorter, because assuming you had a voice generation or a script playing in the background, these images would correlate to whatever that script is about. But pretty much you just shorten them up like this, whatever, and then as it talks, you know, it's like this here, and then something happens and it switches to this. Like if we wanted to take it one step further, we can just tell it to generate an image, make it look like the cat is now on top of him and he's on the floor. So once again, let's just generate this, and then we'll play out the scene again in the timeline with these 3 images. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, this one came out kind of funny, but it's perfect. I love it. So we're gonna go to video mode again. We're gonna drag and drop this into here. This will give you a better idea of just what I mean by creating a video with just images, because, you know, you could see what's going on even though it's just images playing. You know, you would make this much shorter, so this would really probably be about just a couple of seconds for each of the images playing. So it would really look something like this, you know, to play out the scene. Now, if you're making a full video, or, you know, you are actually using AI videos, you want each scene to be about 3 to 5 seconds long. You know, maybe shorter, maybe longer, depending on what the script is talking about. But the best pacing for a long form video is a new scene or something new going on every 3 to 5 seconds. I don't mean a static image for 3 to 5 seconds, but I mean an entirely new scene, whether that's new characters or a different location or something like that. But that's the full tutorial, so make sure to follow or subscribe for more YouTube automation content like this. And if you're new to YouTube automation and you want a more in-depth tutorial on how to get started, watch this video here.